Do you know that you can build a full Power BI dashboard without importing any dataset? In this tutorial, we're creating a personal budget dashboard from scratch. It's simple, beginner-friendly, and you'll learn some useful Power BI tricks you can show off in your portfolio. Let's dive in. We'll be starting with a blank report in the Power BI desktop app. The trick to creating dashboard without any data set is to make use of parameters to simulate the data. So let's start with creating some parameters. To do so, go to the Modeling tab and click on New Parameter and select a numeric range. Let's create a parameter for our monthly income. We're going to select the parameter and set the maximum and minimum values as well as the increments of our monthly income. You can put in a default monthly income as an optional entry. This will generate a slider for your parameter. Now we're going to do the same for our savings goals. Let's set the minimum and maximum value, the increments, as well as the default value. Now let's repeat this process for all of our expense categories. We create an expense parameter for housing cost. And then let's do another parameter for transportation. Let's set the minimum and maximum values and the increment. And we repeat this process until all of our expense categories are created. If you're following along, feel free to create your own categories. We'll continue this process until all of our expense categories are created. Once we've created all of our parameters, the next step is to create our measures. Let's create a new table where we're going to store all of our measures. So click New Table on your Modeling tab. And let's call this table Measures Only. In curly brackets, just put in 0. So it's just an empty table containing the value 0. Now we can start to add our measures to this table. So to add our measure, right-click and then click on New Measure. And our first measure is going to be total expenses. As promised, this is a beginner-friendly dashboard. So all of our measures are going to be simple additions, divisions, and multiplications. So for our total expenses, we're going to add all of our expense categories. So the housing cost, transportation, utilities, and let's format these by moving each expense category to a new line. So you can use the Shift and Enter key to move your values to a new line. And that's our total expense measure. Now let's right-click on the Measures Only table and create another measure for savings. So we're going to define the name of our measure, and our savings measure is going to be equal to our income, which is the monthly income, less the total expenses. Now let's rename this the monthly savings, as we're also going to create another measure for the annual savings. And we're going to call this annual savings. It's simply the monthly savings multiplied by 12. Let's add another measure for our savings achievement, which is going to be the proportion of what we actually saved divided by our savings goal. So we're going to use a divide measure, and our first parameter, which is the numerator, is going to be our savings, our monthly savings. And the denominator is going to be the savings goal. And our alternate result, if it returns an error, is going to be 0. Now we have one more measure, which is going to be our savings status. That is the message we want to display if the savings goal was met or if it was not met. So our savings status, we're going to use an if function. And our logical test is going to be if the monthly savings is greater than or equal to the savings goals. And the value we want to return is on track to hit savings goal. And let's make sure we put all text in quotes, in double quotes. And if the savings goal is not met, let's put in another message that says you are overspending. And feel free to customize this savings status message to whatever your preference is. Now that we've created all of our measures, let's ensure they're formatted properly. Make sure all your currency measures are formatted with currency and your savings achievement is formatted in percentage. Now let's begin creating our dashboard. First, let's format the background of our dashboard page. Click anywhere on the canvas and then go to the format icon in visualization. And then under canvas background, we can select a color for our background. Let's select gray and let's make the transparency 15%. Now let's insert a rectangle shape for our report header. We can adjust. I don't really like this color, so I'm going to go to the view pane and I'm going to select one of the other themes. Okay, this color looks a lot better. Now I'm going to put this rectangle at the top of the page and extend the rectangle to how I want the header of the page, of the report page, to appear. Next, I'm going to go under the style menu of the format shape. I'm going to turn on the text and I'm going to put a header for the shape. I'm going to call this personal budget tracker. And I can format this shape by changing the font type. I can change the font size and I can even make it bold. Now let's adjust the size of our parameter to be standardized. So I usually start with one of the parameters and adjust the size manually. Then I click on that parameter, go to the format visual and look at the properties to get the height and the width of that exact visual. Next, I apply the same height and width of 85 and 280 to all of the other parameters. Once that is done, I'll move the parameters around to ensure that they are evenly distributed. Now let's begin formatting the parameters. Again, I start with 1. I'm going to adjust the color of the slider. And I want to also format the slider header. I want the background to be darker. And I want the font to be white. Now, once I've formatted one of the visuals to my desire, I'm going to use the format painter to copy that format and paste on other visuals. The next step is I'm going to start building the key values I want to display. I'm going to add a card visual and I will adjust the scat visual and place it at the top left. And I'm going to drag the monthly income amount into the field for the CAD visual. Now I'm going to just do some formatting. I want to adjust the card size to be 150 by 200. And I'm going to add a title on the card. I'm going to call the title for this card as monthly income. Then I'm going to reduce the heading and I'm going to do other formatting on this visual. I'm going to change the background color of the header, change the text, and make sure it's aligned in the middle. I can also turn off the category label as I don't want that repeated with the header. Also, let's make the callout value color different. Feel free to apply whatever formatting you prefer. Now, once my first card is properly formatted, I'm going to create 3 copies of the card visual and distribute it across the top of my report. Now I'll come to the second visual and change that to total expenses. Let's make sure our total expense is formatted to currency. And it's important to also make sure you change the headers. So I'm going to change this from monthly income to total expense. Now I'll do the same for the next card. I'm going to remove the monthly income in the field and change that to monthly savings. Then change the title to monthly savings. And I'll do the same thing for the last card and put in the annual savings parameter. We notice that the annual savings don't fit. So let's change the decimal for annual savings from auto to 1 decimal. And now we can change the title to annual savings. If you're following along, comment budget dashboard below so I can know that you're building with me. Also, take a second to hit subscribe as I post new tutorials every week to help you master data. Now let's add a pie chart to see the breakdown of our expenses. And let's adjust the pie chart visual to our desired size. Now in the values field, we're going to start putting in all of our expense values. So let's add the food expense, drag the housing expense as well, drag the miscellaneous expenses, drag the transportation, and you can order the expense categories. Let's make sure we're putting in all of the expenses. Now let's change the title of the pie chart to expense breakdown. And let's copy the format from one of the cards so it pastes the format of the title. Let's also format the legend. Let's select the legend to be at the bottom center. And you can see that it spills over. So let's rename each of our parameters so that the name appears smaller in the visual. We can rename miscellaneous expense to other expenses. And let's go back to the legend again and let's make the text smaller so that all of our legend will fit into the pie chart. Now let's add a gauge chart. We're going to use the gauge chart to see how our savings compare against our savings goal. So to customize the gauge chart, let's put in our monthly savings as the value. Let's put in the savings goal as the target. So now our gauge chart will show you how our monthly savings compare against the goal. I don't like how the monthly savings is always going halfway. So let's create a measure for the maximum value. And that measure is going to be the maximum between the savings goal and the actual monthly savings multiplied by 1.2. So we just want it to be 20% higher than the maximum of both savings and savings goal. And we're going to put it under maximum value. Let's change the title to savings achievement. And let's put the background and make the text white. I typically like to add shadows to my visuals, but I missed doing that earlier. So I'm going to select all of the parameter visuals. I'm going to hit the format visuals. I'm going to go to effects and I'm going to turn on shadow for all of the visuals. Yes, you can format multiple visuals of the same type at the same time. Now I'm going to copy the top card because I want to add another card for the savings achievement percentage. So I'm going to turn on the category label and I'm going to remove the maximum income and replace it with savings achievement. Let's make that 1 decimal. And let's apply some formatting. Let's make the font size smaller. And for the savings achievement, we can make the font size even smaller. Let's make it a 35. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, now let's duplicate the savings achievement card. We're gonna use it to create another card for the savings status. Let's turn off the category label and make some minor adjustments. Now I've decided to make one adjustment to the pie chart. Rather than seeing just the proportion of all the expenses, let's add the savings. And let's also be able to see the proportion of each expense and the proportion of the savings as well. We're going to call this the income breakdown instead. Now I see that the savings and the utilities are around about the same color. So I'm going to go into the slice format and adjust the color. And that's it, our dashboard is done. Let's toggle some of the numbers and see how it changes. One final tip is you can easily change the appearance of your visual by changing the theme. It's a theme, you'll notice a change in your visual. And that's how you can easily change your visual to whatever your preference is. Let's use this blue theme. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials like this one. See you in the next lesson.